Hey y'all, hey, it's Tracy time. We are having a terrific Tuesday in Memphis. How about you? Before we move forward, are you part of the T Road crew? If not, you know what to do. Subscribe. Press that button right there and subscribe. And go ahead and put the bell notification on too so that you get notified when I do my updates every day. Well, not updates, uploads, posts every day. I do a video every day, and so I can stay connected to you. I wanted to let you know too that we are talking about a new series that I started for the month of July called Making Memphis Better. These are people that I think make Memphis better. And you want to stay tuned. Why? Okay, first of all, whether you live in Memphis or not, there are people in your city who are making your city better. So I live in Memphis. I am showcasing the people who make Memphis better. And I advise you and implore you to tune in and stay connected with me, because you're going to see a phenomenal full spectrum of people that make Memphis better. I am grateful to be connected to a host of wonderful, talented people who are committed to not only their craft, but their community, and want to make sure that I shout them out. Oftentimes, the whole flowers when you're living doesn't happen. And so these people that I'm featuring, I've done 3 so far. Today is my 4th. And I am hoping that this will inspire you. Yes, you, to take note and maybe acknowledge some people that are in your community making your community great. So we have a whole month of July ahead of us. Let's see, today, Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I don't know what today's date is, y'all. You know what today's date is, but at any rate, Tuesday the 9th. Is that right? Yes, Tuesday the 9th. Today is Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. And today I choose to feature a person who's making Memphis better. Brandy Winton. Brandy Winton, in the format that I'm going to continue to use, I'll talk a little bit about my connection with Brandy and then what she provided for me and how I think that Brandy's contributions are making Memphis better. So first, let me start by saying that I had taken a course, the Dale Carnegie course. I always say years ago, but this really was years ago. This was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and thoroughly enjoyed the course. Loved my instructor for the course, Darren Howard. He was great. And in that class, had a student by the name of Christian who was one of, if not the youngest member of the class with us. Many of us were taking Dale Carnegie as members of a community of work and to enhance some of the skill sets that we possessed, or in many cases, for some people who may have challenges speaking publicly, to help them overcome and give them some resources and tools in their tool belt to speak. And so one of the young men, Christian, he had literally... he hadn't graduated yet. I think he was it was his senior year when we took that course together, and he hadn't yet graduated. If he had graduated, he had just literally graduated, but he was like 18. So he was super young, so smart, so bright, so talented, did a great job in the class, was, on time, very courteous. And he made an impression on us naturally because he was significantly younger than many of us. Gosh, I want to say for the most part, just about 95% of the people in the class could have been his parent. I know I could have. And so I just, wanted to love on him as a young Black man, to see him doing something positive. I was really excited about it. So the day comes for graduation. And on graduation day, our instructor encouraged people to invite their family members and friends and people that had supported them on this journey that is the commitment that was made for Dale Carnegie. It is a significant commitment because you're literally saying you'll show up every week for 12 weeks and do the work in preparation for showing up. And so he did that. And when he arrived, he had a host of people. People had 1 or 2 folks. He had a full row of people with him, and he had the most people with him in the room. And so that stood out to me too. One of the people that was in the room with him, he referred to her all the time as Coach. Coach did this, Coach told me that, Coach said this, Coach does. And we were just like, okay, so now we know Coach, we love Coach. Coach is obviously making an investment in you. Coach had sponsored for him to come to the class. And so we were happy to look forward to meeting Coach. Now, I had to tell you one thing. He always said Coach and left it at that. So we never really had an opportunity to know what Coach's name was, or know, like, did Coach coach other stuff? But Coach had this thing, and Coach was making an investment in him and wanted him to be prepared so that when he took the next step into his next journey, his next now, as I call it, that he would be prepared. So, long list of folks that had shown up. We get to Christian, and sure enough, he gets an opportunity to stand up, and he says, I would like for you guys to be introduced. I know I've talked about Coach, introduced to Coach. So then Brandy Winton stood up, and we were like, oh, you're Coach. Oh my gosh, yay. Coach, you've made such an impact on this young man. We're so happy, that you've taken time to make this investment. And so then afterwards, we laughed and talked, and he subsequently had told Coach, Brandy Winton, that he had been so happy to be connected to me. And I thought, wow, I was impressed with you. And it wasn't really about me. It was about our class. And so we ended up having this great conversation. So, okay, handshake, hi, great, way to go, attaboy, moving on. Fast forward a couple weeks after that, I was at the My Brother's Keeper event that was hosted in conjunction with the city of Memphis, the local My Brother's Keeper initiative and alliance, and then the My Brother's Keeper National Alliance. We had one of the largest My Brother Keepers experiences here in Memphis, and I run into Coach. What's funny is I am looking at her, and she has this little girl in her like a arm baby in her arms. And again, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm kind of doing double duty here, killing two birds. Oh, sorry, Pete, I know you guys want us to do something different with that. Sorry. That threw me off. So anyway, she had this little baby, and I was like, hey, Coach, like, you have a baby and you're coaching, and like, what are you doing? Well, turns out that Coach was so committed to making sure that some of the guys that she had, and young ladies, even though it was My Brother's Keeper, they had young ladies that arrived too, that she was coaching and supporting through her program, that one of them had a baby and said, I don't have a babysitter. I'm not going to be able to come to this event, which the event is phenomenal. If you've ever had an opportunity to be connected to My Brother's Keeper, do. So she said, no, that's not an excuse. You have a baby, you have a child. You're not going to miss this opportunity. I'm going to make sure that you get an opportunity to go to this event, because this is going to potentially catapult your future. And moreover, you need this because you have a baby, and you can't miss it because you have the baby. You have to be there because you have a baby. And so because of that, she was there with this young man's baby, this young man's child, and was keeping the baby while she was there, and had brought other young men. I want to say she maybe had 2 handfuls of young people there to be polished, to have their resume reviewed, have them experience mock interviews, and then have an opportunity in some cases to do interviews on the spot for jobs. There were people there cutting hair. There were people there showing you how to properly dress for young men, how to tie a tie. It was a great experience. And Brandy wanted to make sure that the people that she was coaching did not miss that. She understood the value of that and knew the importance of that, and the difference that can make for them in their future. And we know, all of us, that sometimes all you need is just that right little oomph to get you over that hill you're climbing, that fence you're trying to get over, push you over that hump that you're in. And so she's been that. So we were connected in that way. That is how I connected with Coach Brandy Winton. Now, Brandy provided some information for me, and I'm going to read that. And so I will copy her information and post it like I did for the others, and hope that you all are looking forward to making the connection to support this initiative. If not, start one of your own in your own community. So here we go. Her quick interview, she teased and said, like, I don't have a bio. What do you want me to provide? And so here it is. I thought what she did was good. Brandy Winton graduated with her bachelor's in physical education in 2006 and a master's of art in teaching in 2010. Brandy currently is a behavioral specialist at Craigmont Middle School here in Memphis, the Shelby County school system, where she is also the head girls soccer, basketball, and track coach. Brandy is also the founder of the Crossover Experience Incorporated, which is a nonprofit organization that helps youth cross over their circumstances by utilizing basketball as a primary vehicle. So you use the sport as a vehicle to help them learn the skills, learn the discipline, learn the tools to cross over from whatever experience they're in. I think that's smart. And so she uses that and is now, gosh, Brandy, I don't know, how many years have you done that? I need you to chime in and let us know you didn't include that. How many years have you had crossover? And the young man Christian was part of the crossover experience. And so she has a phenomenal giving spirit, super smart, hilarious attitude, hilarious personality, and fun attitude. She's focused on getting the business taken care of the youth in our community, and is also connected to the community because she is in a sorority. She says that she is a member of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated and enjoys community outreach and motivating people. So now let me say this. If you are a coach of any kind, and she and I talk coach to coach from time to time. If you're a coach, you need a coach. First of all, don't ever think you're a coach. But from a coaching perspective that she does, which regards is including and regarding sports, from the coaching that I do as a certified master coach, which is really about life coaching and talking about attitudes, mores, values, and behaviors, it's amazing how there is this connection that is absolutely woven. They're all in the same fabric in terms of what you do. And many times we, spark and go, yes, okay, yeah, I use that. I use that with my clients. She goes, I use that with my kids. And so, Brandy, your investment in the community, and especially in some of the underserved, under-identified communities in our area, makes you awesome, and it makes Memphis better. So Brandy Winton, thank you for what you do. You make Memphis better. So who's next? Who's going to make Memphis better? Well, no. Who's also making Memphis better that I'm planning to feature tomorrow? You got to tune in to see. Check me out tomorrow. T-Row, Tracy T-Row and Co. Check it out. And remember, I didn't say that right, but I'm not human. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment, and then put your bell notifier on. Who do you think makes Memphis better? And remember, if you don't think this is connected to you're wrong as two left feet, yeah, I said it, you're wrong as two left feet, because you need people in your community making it better too. I just happen to rep my own. So I'm repping the 901 today. And until I see you next time, remember to own your everyday amazing and own your awesomeness.